Hello YouTube friends and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Deidre from our Upcycled Life and I lots of thrifting, upcycling, repurposing, and DIY content. Today I'm going to show you how you can do graphic transfers with packing tape. This is fabulous and it's almost magical, and it's so great to incorporate into your scrapbooking or your junk journaling or even just a decoupage onto your craft projects. I'm going to show you today a step-by-step tutorial of how you can do graphic transfers with packing tape. And I also want to thank Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Okay, let's get started. Today I'm going to show you how you can do a packing tape transfer. This is so cool and it's great for altered art, junk journaling, decoupaging, and all you're going to need is some packing tape. And I have a few different things that I'm going to show you that you can use when doing this technique. I have an old page from a book, a napkin, I have some clippings out of a magazine, scrapbook paper, and then I just have a printed picture also. The first one that I'm going to show you is just out of a magazine. These are just words and quotes that I've cut out of a regular magazine that I had at the house. And you're just going to take your packing tape and cut a length. I'm going to use 2 on this one because we have lots of room, and just stick them on there. And then you want to take a credit card and just press it really well with the credit card. Once you have that tape pressed right into that magazine page, you can trim off the extra tape. And now let's do the next quote. This is just regular packing tape. You can pick up packing tape at the dollar store, at your hardware store, and I haven't found it's made that much of a difference with the quality, just as long as it's packing tape. And you want to really press it right into that magazine page. Now I have a dish of warm water, and you're just going to set them in the warm water for about 30-40 seconds. And then you take them out of the warm water, and this is where the magic comes in. And I actually have no idea how it works. Obviously, it's something to do with the toner in the paper sticking to the packing tape and the paper rubbing off. I don't know the chemistry of it, but it just works and it's fabulous. You just rub off the paper, and as you can see, you're left with the graphics on that packing tape. Now, sometimes your packing tape will stay sticky and you can use it like a sticker, and sometimes you can't get the stickiness back. I think it kind of depends on the tape that you're using, but you can always add some glue stick or some Mod Podge and decoupage it onto your project if you don't get the stickiness back. But look how fabulous and how easy this is to rub the paper off, and you're now left with a clear transfer. And this will work with photos out of a magazine also. So you can just imagine what you can use to create these graphic transfers. Now, the only thing that you are limited to is to the size of your tape. But if you want to make a bigger image, you can always put your tape side by side. I have a piece of coffee stained paper that I made, and I'm just going to show you how this shows through after you've done this graphic transfer. It looks great, and you can see the paper underneath it. You don't have that white background anymore, and you can add it into your junk journaling pages. Now, this was a napkin. I took it down to 1 ply and added the tape onto it, soaked it in the water for about 30 seconds, and you can see how this works for napkins also. So if you have napkins with beautiful prints on them or words, you can add the packing tape and do this technique. You might find with napkins when you're rubbing off the backing that some of the ink might come off too, but that's okay because you'll have the majority of the color stay on the napkin. And as you can see, look, it's transparent. And when we put it up against that coffee stained paper, look how gorgeous that is. Now, I had an old antique book that the pages were all falling out that I used for some of my scrapbooking and my junk journaling, and I'm going to show you how this transferred method also works on book pages. Going to press that packing tape right into the area that you want it to transfer onto, press it really hard, put it in the warm water for about 30 seconds, and then rub away. Now this had the text on the back also, so we're rubbing off that. We're only going to have the text from the front side of the paper transfer on, as you can see, and I love this. I love incorporating old book pages into my crafts, and this is a fantastic way to do that. And you can see when you put it on that coffee stained paper, it's transparent and you can see right through. Now I'm going to show you how you can do it with scrapbooking paper. Scrapbooking paper is really thick, and if you want to use just a thin piece of scrapbooking paper, this is a great way to do that. Get out your tape, press it in really hard. I'm going to cut that area out of the scrapbook piece of paper, put it in some warm water, and then rub away the backing. And as you rub away the backing, you're going to have the design on the front of the scrapbooking paper stay on this packing tape. And it's going to be nice and thin, and you can put it on a page or you can decoupage it onto something, and you put it on this piece of paper, makes it transparent. Now I'm going to show you how you can use this method with a printed photo. I grabbed this photo from the Graphic Fairy. She has fantastic photos there. They're all free. I'll put a link down below to her website and you can check that out. I've printed this off on my LaserJet printer. Now, you cannot use an inkjet printer when doing this technique. It will only work with a LaserJet printer. It's sat in the warm water for about 30 seconds. We're going to rub off the paper off the back, and we are left with a beautiful photo on that packing tape, and it's going to be translucent, so whatever you put behind it will show through in the lighter parts of the photo. This is going to look beautiful on top of a book page. As you put it down on the book page, you can see the lettering show through some of the photo, and you can imagine what you can do with this in your junk journaling pages. And this is what it looks like on top of the coffee stained paper. If you appreciate a good DIY project, then you need to subscribe to Skillshare. If you've ever had any questions or just want to learn more about crafting, then Skillshare is the place for you. Skillshare is an online video-based platform where you can learn anything from photography to calligraphy. And the difference between Skillshare and YouTube, and why I like it so much, is it focuses on interaction, much like being in the real-life classroom. The instructor lays out steps and information in a way that's easy to comprehend, and it's also ad-free, and you can stay in the zone while exploring new skills. With new classes being launched every week, there's always something to discover. I just finished taking Helen Colebrook's junk journal class, and it was amazing. I've certainly taken my journal page ideas to the next level because of Helen's class. For less than $10 a month, you can learn a new skill, and the first 1,000 people to use the link on my description box or my code will get 1 month free trial of Skillshare. So try it out and let me know what you think. So I'm sure you all have some packing tape laying around that you can try this technique out with. Grab a napkin, get a book page, get a magazine that you've got laying around your house, or you can print off a photo if you've got a LaserJet printer, and give this a try and start crafting. I hope you've enjoyed this video and it's given you some inspiration. And if you love this video, I'm sure you'll love either of these other ones. And if you like DIY content, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.